One of the key things that most economists are talking about, of course, is rising inflation. And no one will disagree that, rising inflation is not a problem that needs to be seriously tackled. But of course, this is yet another problem and another crisis that, well, is very much a conservative uh, problem they created and seem to have no way, or at least no plan, to actually solve it. Indeed, most of Liz Truss's plan, because, well, as we've said before, let's face it, at this point, given all the polls, she's probably going to steamroller Sunak when those results come out. Trust me, this is not going to be close. Her plan is we cut taxes, the economy grows, inflation goes down. As most economists are pointing out, that's really sort of fanciful nonsense. In fact, it's growing its own moniker, being called Trussonomics. So, and we'll cover an economist that goes over to say Trussonomics in another video. But today I want to go over what Adam Posen has recently said. Now, for those of you who have followed the channel for a long time, or at least Brexit, you should be sort of very well sort of aware of who Adam Posen is. He was a former governor of the Bank of England. He's worked very, very high in like government level positions. And to be honest, he knows what he's talking about when it comes to Brexit. Way back sort of post 2016, he was calling out all our problems that we are currently having now. And when he's saying that, look, Brexit is causing our inflation to be accelerated, then definitely he's someone that we should certainly be paying attention to and certainly going, hey guys, Brexit's causing our inflation. It's rapidly putting its foot down on the accelerator and causing problems. And of course, as always, this isn't a UK newspaper because, why would some of these new UK newspapers cover this, which often surprises me. This is why I've always said I always keep an eye on sort of foreign newspapers, especially when it comes to Brexit, and very much so, as is today, Ireland is the sort of place to go. So we're going over to the Irish Times today to have a look at this and what Posen has said about his comments and the reasons behind why he's saying that Brexit is accelerating the UK's inflation crisis. So let's get on into this then. But before we do that, please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, down below, there are links to my Patreon page, or there is the YouTube Pony Club that you can join as well. I've now started doing for both the Patreon members and the Pony Club members a weekly video just especially for you guys. If you do join the Pony Club as well, you will get badges and emojis that you can use on YouTube as well. And also there is the one-off donation link you can use as well down below, the Buy Me Coffee link where you can buy me coffee, or there is the YouTube thank you button down below as well. So let's get on with this then. So we go over today to the Irish Times with the title of UK Inflation. Is Brexit causing it to accelerate? Former Bank of England policymaker Adam Posen insists 80% of the high price growth is due to Britain leaving the EU. UK inflation jumped over 10% in July, its highest level since February of 1982, intensifying the squeeze on households. Combined with widespread industrial action and a looming recession, the UK economy is beginning to look a lot like it did in the 1970s. But how much of the UK's worse than average inflation rate and worse than average cost of living squeeze is down to Brexit? It's one of the most frequently asked questions. Former Bank of England policymaker Adam Posen insists that 80% of the reason why the UK has the highest inflation of any G7 country is due to the impact of Brexit on immigration and the labour market. You've seen a huge drop in migrant labour. a disruption in the labour markets that everybody experienced due to COVID and reopening, but with fundamentally less elasticity, and that Brexit has been a major part of it. He told a conference at King's College London earlier this year. Others blame the sterling weakness in the wake of the Brexit referendum of 2016, which inflated input costs and ultimately end-user prices. To calm the financial markets, the Bank of England cut rates and applied bigger quantitative easing programs, which may have also stoked this price growth. The relatively larger stimulus package applied by the UK government during the pandemic has also been cited. Brexiteers strongly disagree that the tighter immigration rules have anything to do with the current price surge. Some say they aren't tighter. However, it's hard to get away from the fact that the labour supply and prices have been affected by Brexit. Workers aren't coming in the same numbers, and businesses are finding it costlier to import goods from Europe. The UK Interchange in Europe think tank said that the trade barriers introduced after Brexit have led to a 6% increase in UK food prices between December 2019 and September of 2021, adding to the rising financial pressure for households. So, as you can see, this is an ongoing problem. It always was going to be a massive ongoing problem for us over here. That is not in doubt. And the fact that you have Adam Posen come out and saying this, look, Brexit is causing this. And as we've said before, there is a movement within the Tory party because Brexit very, very quickly became, well, it always really, you could argue it always was, it became very much more of a religious cult, that you cannot question the preciousness, the precise nature of Brexit. How dare you question the divinity of our precious God Brexit? You know, all hail Brexit. Let us read from the holy text and passages of what we must do, and surely Brexit will lead us, you know, to the new promised land. Of course, that's not what happened. And of course, was warned this was not what was going to happen. And part of the reason why they started Project Fear was because they didn't want to answer a lot of these questions, because we were always saying, well, hold on, if you do Brexit, it is going to cause these problems. So what are you going to do about those problems? And the answer, you know, in sort of, 2016 was, that's just Project Fear. Afterwards, it became, you don't believe enough in Britain. And it oscillates now between the two, depending, whichever one that particular Brexiteer really wants to pick from. But sooner or later, Labour and even the Conservatives will have to come to the terms with the fact that Brexit is causing huge damage. And, I've said it before, Keir Starmer saying that he wants to make Brexit work is not a bad strategy, because let's say Labour gets in and, quotes, make Brexit work. Again, it will basically mean closer cooperation with the EU. They can very quickly turn around and just go, look, guys, this is Brexit. This is as best as it's going to be. It's causing, massive problems with our economy, inflation, all kinds of different problems. This is as best as it's going to be. Are you really sure you want to continue with this? So do not balk. Do not be upset that, quote, Labour wants to make Brexit work, because, to be honest, there is still a lot of very politically uneasiness, and the shocks of 2016 are still in play, as we are seeing in a lot of potential elections. So they are understandably worried about that. But of course, they need to sort of gauge the reaction in the North as well, because they do not want to run another election saying that we're going to sort of get rid of Brexit or reverse Brexit, and then all those Northern voters get energized and galvanized and start backing, no, we don't want this Brexit, our precious Brexit, overturned, you can understand why they don't want to do that yet. You've got to show people that Brexit has failed, that it has not been a good idea, and unfortunately, you've got to show them, this is as best as Brexit's ever going to be. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, down below, there are links to my Patreon page and a motivation link called Buy Me Coffee, where you can, buy me coffee. There is also the YouTube thank you link down below as well. There's also the button to join the Pony Club as well, where you get badges and emojis on YouTube. And of course, for both the Patreon members and the Pony Club, there is now a weekly video that I'm doing for you as well that you only have access to. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. And of course, we'll see you all next time.